The world of Pokémon, a beautiful world full of wonders, home to infinity number of dazzling and fascinating creatures, meticulously shaped by the force of nature in all of their glory. No matter which corner of the world you find yourself in, there will always be a Pokémon. Whether soaring through the skies, exploring the deep of the sea, reading over majestic mountains, or breathing life into the lush forests, even in our cities, these marvelous beings are everywhere. People and Pokémon come together to engage in incredible battles, seeking to become friends, partners, and Pokémon masters. They live together and support each other, facing challenges and discovering worlds full of life. Today, I will tell you the story of one of the most special and powerful Pokémon. That one that can see and feel everything that happens in real. The Supreme Being, the origin of everything, Arceus, the god of Pokémon. But before we begin, what is a god? A god is an omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent being that watches from afar. A being full of power and incredible abilities that make mere mortals seem an insignificant and a simple book type. But if a god is the reflection of all living beings, what prevents us from reaching him? In the Pokémon world, there exists countless creatures, each unique in abilities and form, but none are compared to the Supreme Ruler, a being born from the very cosmos itself. With the sole purpose of shaping the universe as we know it. To achieve this, it will give life to various entities to help carry such immense task, from the creation of space and time, to the formation of lands, oceans, and winds, ensuring that these creatures could live in environments suited to their needs. To breathe life into the world, Arceus created a small creature called Mew, the DNA Pokémon, a being that not only contains all existing genetic material, but also have the ability to mutate its body and transform into any Pokémon they wish. It's the ancestor of all Pokémon, and without it, the many Pokémon species would never have come to exist.
Which is why Arceus created a universe with 3 states of matter and 300 solid and liquid poisons that could cause the symptoms.
Arceus?
Look it up.
After billions of years watching creation evolve and thrive, Arceus noticed the rise of a new species, humans. Unlike Pokémon, they have no imposing bodies or elemental abilities. They achieve everything with their own hands. Intrigued by their development, Arceus decided to aid them and create 3 special Pokémon, Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit, being bestowed with the power to grant wisdom, courage, and emotion to the inhabitants of this world. In their unstoppable pursuit to reach the Creator, humans use their vast intellect to bring artificial Pokémon to life, striving to match or even surpass the power of their god. However, every attempt ended in an utter failure, providing that no creation could ever compare to the one that birthed all existence. From Pokémon like Mewtwo, Type Null, Silvally, Genesect, and Porygon, we can observe a recurring pattern in the creation. These extraordinary Pokémon were designed to challenge doubt, the doubt that arises when humans, despite possessing all the knowledge in the world and the ability to build and reshape everything to their will, they still experience an overwhelming sense of powerlessness when faced with the sheer might of Pokémon. But what happened when God creation defies all order, the birth of a being that was never meant to exist? And no, we're not talking about the Ultra Beasts, those immensely powerful entities capable of reshaping or even destroy the Pokémon world at will. No, we're talking about a being that even Arceus itself never envisioned. A mistake in every sense of the word. He formed reserve and invert L, carrying not only contains numeric values, but also displaying basic colors and traits of life. Just imagine witnessing a tear in our own world, one where the very laws of physics cease to exist, or warped into madness. These Pokémon are giving form, a being that never should have been, does not simply strike fear into the heart of those foolish enough to seek power. No, those who dare to challenge it will find themselves facing something or simple mundane minds were never meant to comprehend. Nothingness. Misigno, the glitch Pokémon, the one that granted infinite supplies of items and utilities in the early games, has become one of the greatest urban legends and creepypastas in Pokémon history. But when Pokémon Red was released on February 27, 1996, it introduced young players to a world of wonder, one where rumors and myths were just around the corner. Stories like Pika-Blue, Misigno, and the legendary secret of Mew, Pokémon number 151. Thanks to a programming error, some players managed to find Mew before its official distribution. This glitch occurs to a flaw in the battle detection and the game's memory. To activate it, you have to face a specific trainer, such as Johnstar Joe in Cerulean City, and escape the battle using the move Teleport at the second moment before the trainer fully spots you. This prevents the game from correctly registering the encounter. Then, by heading to the Nugget Bridge and battling with a wild Pokémon or a specific trainer, the game memory will go crazy, causing Mew to appear in battle upon returning to the map, allowing you to catch it. This creature, so beautiful and charismatic, although it might not have seemed so at first, will mark a turning point into the franchise, paving the way for its current success, all thanks to a simple glitch in the code. Misigno wasn't the only glitch Pokémon that haunted early generation. Another infamous error known as M holds the title for Total Destruction. Inside file. Unlike Misigno, M didn't just create visual distortion or item duplication, it could outright corrupt your game. If captured at level 0 on a storing build PC, it could render already stored Pokémon impossible to withdraw. Misigno didn't just challenge the stability of early Pokémon game, it also raised bigger questions about the artificiality of human-created games and where their limits truly lie. If I may share something interesting, I can't help but thinking about the origin of Digimon. Yes, I know, it's practically heresy to mention Digimon in a Pokémon video, but hear me out. Digimon were also discovered by accident, within a digital plane that humans had never considered. Thanks to millions of years of evolution in that space, a new race of digital being was born. In that context, what truly separates the Pokémon world from Digimon? A clear example would be Porygon, a digital entity that exists both as solid matter in the Pokémon world as a pure data with the computers. And don't even get me started of that infamous Japanese episode because... But here's my real question. How difficult will it be to create a digital muscle like that in our world? If we think about it, glitches exist in our world too. Things like spontaneous human combustion, the idea of phasing through matter by aligning all of the atoms just right, or even something as bizarre as the platypus, this all make me feel like the world has more hidden wonders than we realize. It's like that scene from Men in Black where interdimensional beings are playing marbles with our galaxy. The thought that we may be observed by a far more powerful entity? Chills. But anyway, back to Misigno. This is just any Pokémon. It's the biggest glitch in Pokémon history. Well, unless you count the racing games as glitches themselves. Still, this Pokémon has appeared in multiple styles over the years, becoming one of the most recurring anomalies due to programming errors. In Pokémon Red, Misigno appears in multiple forms. Since the game code is somewhat unstable, attempting to catch it can cause graphical errors in your game, or even grant you an infinite supply of items, creating a massive imbalance in the Pokémon world and its economy. In the second generation, you can still encounter it, but it won't be so friendly. Instead, it will instantly freeze your game, rendering your progress useless. In the third generation, something even weirder happens. If you manage to catch it, it will appear in the Pokédex as a newly discovered Pokémon with barely any recorded data. However, the strangest part, you won't be able to use it in battle, because it simply vanishes. In the fourth generation, a fascinating glitch allows you to witness this mysterious Pokémon. It happens when you transform a low HP Pokémon while taking advantage of a Leech Berry effect combined with a rare candy in just the right moment. If executed correctly, the game reacts in an unpredictable way, revealing our enigmatic friend in action. In the 5th generation, you can actually catch him and use him in your team. However, if you try to check his moves, the game completely freezes. In the 6th and 7th generation, you need to cheat a little to see it. If you enter the grass without any Pokémon in your party, the game will give you with a Misigno. But not just any Misigno. This one takes the form for an ultra powerful level 999 Bulbasaur that does absolutely nothing. But hey, at least it's shiny! And we can leave out the two latest mainline games, Pokémon Sword, Shield, and Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. In these entries, there is simply no way for this Pokémon to exist. It's so powerful that if you even attempt to glitch the game, it will freeze before you can see it. Boo. I love anything that makes a child ask, do I really exist? Those kind of questions, the ones that consume your mind and make everything else fade into the background, made my young self a little happier. I know, it's strange, I get it. No one wants to wake up and wonder if they truly exist in this world or if their actions and choices hold any meaning. But hey, If we're a reflection of God, then how well He saw us? Will He look at His creation with disdain, seeing it's an era of mere coincidence just like Mystigno? A state of possibility lead to the creation of an unimaginable being, unlike Pokémon like Mew or Ditto who can transform into anything they wish. How could something transform into everything at once? An amalgamation of data and colors, without conscience, without a place in the world, just a simple mistake. But surprise! Mistakes are inherently bad. Yes, they have major consequences, but also help us grow as individuals and pave the way for the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like, please give me a sub and a like. Your glitchy friend, Latte Cosmico, signing off.